Good morning, world. On this beautiful Memorial Day, it's your girl Dominique Spinelli, and we are here. Gonna lay down the snooze, and I'm gonna go home and have a hot dog. Yeah, I need to have a hot dog, and maybe some s'mores. Maybe some s'mores. Let's talk about it. First, let me show you the outfit. Outfit fire. Right? But these pants. Thrifted this. It was like $2. Thrifted these, I think, for less than $1. So cute. My honey picked them out today. And then my little bow. And I'm like, okay, cute. Ready to go. Now, let's get into it. What are we getting into today? Well, I had made a post, and I guess it was ambiguous to y'all, or no. Your girl's a fiance. Your girl is officially a fiance. Only for a short period of time, because I will literally be a wife in the next 2 weeks. Ooh. Well, I was born a wife, but I will be made into a wife in the flesh, I guess, in the next 2 weeks. I don't know. We won't have to do semantics. Right now, your girl's a fiance. I don't know why he waited till after church, because we're not going to be at church for the next 2 weeks. So, like, all my church family, who is my family in Tennessee, and my radio family, but my church family are not going to get to see it in person for 2 weeks. I'm like, come on, man. You can propose to me in the morning? Y'all, I'm not really going to go into, like, how everything happened, because there's no reason to go into it. All I know is when he opened the box, he had already told me that he was going to do it weeks before, but whatever, sir. And because of the way that I'm rocking this, until I got my confirmation from the Lord, I wasn't marrying nobody. Nobody. That's another story for another time. If you want to know, I would love to tell you, because it worked for me, it'll work for you. He is faithful. I'm talking about God. This man better be faithful to, amen. We're talking about God. God is faithful, y'all. So, I would actually like to really tell that story. I won't be telling it right now. I probably should on this overtime clock, but that's beside the point. Where's I going with this? Okay, so, yeah, he had already told me that he was going to do it or whatever, and I thought he was going to get me a diamond like this. This is my sobriety ring that I bought for myself. Right, so it's my upgraded one. I think on year 3, I bought myself a new sobriety ring. So I thought it was gonna be that shape, because you know, to the last drop and everything, like it's so on brand. And when he opened the box, I was not expecting this shape. When he opened the box, just like when I bought my house, I saw my name pop up in the box. Like I saw Dominique. See you later. I saw Dominique in the box. I was like, that's what made me cry. It wasn't so much like, oh, I'm about to get engaged, or like, oh, what he's saying. It's confirmation. Because the last time I saw my name pop up on something, I bought a house, and now I get to live my dream. See what I'm saying? So, yeah, so that's her. She's not the shape that I thought she was going to be, but she's the perfect shape for me, and I love her. And it's a real diamond, a mine diamond, because I don't play like that, okay? Yes, your girl has standards. I'm just so particular about everything. I said, listen, don't bring me no lab-grown diamond. If you like that, if y'all like that, and it's ethically sourced, okay, have your way. But Nikes are not ethically sourced either, for being frank. But that's another conversation for another time. We can have it. I'd love to have it with you. I'm not about to have it here. All I know is, and I let everybody who court me in the past know, if we doing this, and if I get confirmation on it from the Lord, and you go to buy a ring, it needs to be a mined diamond. It needs to come from the earth. Diamonds are like gold and land. God made them. He's not making any more. So yeah, you might like an ethically sourced lab-grown diamond, and that's fine, and that's your business. I don't want that for me. Okay? There's a lot of things that are cool in the world. I don't want that for me. So that actually made this hunt harder. But I value it that much more. I value it that much more for that reason. So I love that, and I have to add it to my home insurance. Amen. What else? Yeah, so I got 2 weeks. Your girl, I don't even have a full 2 weeks. I think I got like 11 days, 12 days. So we're gonna go see my mom, handle all this funeral stuff. And then after that, the following week, we will be getting married. So cool. No, I am not leaving Tennessee. My mission is here in Tennessee. My home is here in Tennessee. I have made a family and a lifestyle and a career here in Tennessee. I will be in Tennessee until the Lord tells us now that it is time to leave. So no, I'm not leaving Tennessee. And I love y'all. I love my state. What? Go Vols. I love my state. What are you talking about? So no. So if you see me around the town with a tall, blonde, blue-eyed brother, just dap them up. We're friendly people. I'm ready to lay this news down because I'm ready to go home to my tall, blonde, blue-eyed brother. I'm just saying. You ready to lay this news down? Your girl's ready to go. I'm really growing up in Lifetime. It's the funniest thing. Last night, after I take my rings off before I get in the shower, before I cook, before I clean everything. Y'all know I'm a ring girly. I actually switched the hand of this one. I kept this finger clear since I was like 12 years old, but this ring on the middle finger and it was banging. I didn't like that. Don't bang on the diamonds, bro. But I usually take them off before I get in the shower and stuff. And I don't put them on until the morning when I'm doing stuff like this. And last night, after I got out, I laid in the bed, I put the ring on, and I just sat there. I just sat there in my pajamas, just looking at my own finger. That's what they do. Like, yeah. Scrolling with the other hand. Mind you guys, I'm left-handed. So I'm not showing off my ring. I'm left-handed. This is the hand I use to do everything. So including scrolling my phone, but I can't see my ring if I'm scrolling like this. So I have my hand like this and I'm scrolling like this. All right, I made all these news down because I'm the only person in here. Time for me to go. I got an hour and 13 minutes left. I don't have to stay that long. I'm choosing to stay that long. Count the money. But I am making great use of this time for sure. And you guys are some of my favorite part of the day. All right, you ready? I'm a little early. Not really. Now it's 10:37. I'm late. Also, it was so nice to have someone make me coffee this morning because Advantage is closed and I wouldn't have did it for myself. So shout out to my honey bunny, you dig? All right, let's go. Turn this sound down and let's get it. Okay. There will be no soybean festival this year for the city of Martin. At Martin's Finance Committee meeting, it was announced that the Soybean Festival Committee decided to postpone the festival due to a limited budget, manpower, and late start date. Martin Mayor David Belote read the statement to the committee.
A statement from the Tennessee Soybean Festival Committee, and it says we understand how much this festival means to our community. This is not an easy decision. After careful consideration, we have decided not to hold the festival this year due to the financial challenges facing our city, along with a limited budget, manpower, and time required to properly plan the event. We know some will be disappointed while others know this is the responsible path moving forward. Our goal is not to take away from the community, but to ensure that the resources we do have are used in the most sustainable and impactful ways possible during a difficult time for our city. We appreciate the community's understanding and continued support as we work to responsibly move forward together.
He says planning began too late.
Been in directors' positions, assistant directors' positions, who are taking other positions, and they were very valuable to the process of running the Tennessee Soybean Festival. So that's one of the reasons right there. We are somewhat limited in a budget perspective, as we all know, and we got such a late start that
several of us didn't feel like it was being responsible to spend money on that. I mean, one ride is what, 12,000.
He explained some reasons why it was more difficult to have the festival this year.
Brings up another issue for the city. In the last 5 to 6 years, it's been besieged with issues beyond control. COVID did a lot to our country, and it really messed up the entertainment business. It ran all of the smaller amusement ride operations right out of business, and that's who we used to feed on to get our amusement rides. As you know, we have not been able to do that for the last 5 or 6 years. We are a festival and not a fair. Your big operations, they go to the fairs because they're 7 and 8 day events, but they're not coming for 3 days. They want to come for 7 days. So we lost the little people out of that game completely. That's who we used to lean on to make that happen.
Martin will have a special called finance meeting June 3rd at 5:15 in the Martin Police Department training room for the remainder of the agenda items. Good morning. Today is Martin Mayor David Belot's birthday. Shout out to Martin Mayor David Belot. I know that this had to be hard on him to make this decision, but I also did some thinking, guys. And you know, beautiful things happen when I do some thinking, but sometimes the math starts mathing up a little too well and people don't like my conclusions, but I be right though. Let me tell you about them. So, Community Development Director Camille Noe has resigned from her position. I have an article coming on it. She resigned from her position. I noticed on the playback of those sounds when I was cutting them that one of the first things that Martin Mayor David Belot mentions is that the head of the committee, that position is not currently filled. That's the community director's position. So I don't really know if it's so much about Martin not having the finances as it is Martin not having the time and the person to create the thing. I'm just saying, you do it that what you will. And if you want to hear the soundbite yourself, go to thunderboltradio.com because you can hear it very clearly that I don't think this is a money thing. And the reason why I don't think it's a money thing, as somebody who goes to the meetings, is that at the prior 2 meetings, there is money specifically allocated for such a time as this. I believe that they had agreed to allocate, was it 10%? Anywhere from 10 to 15% of the city's, it's like a tourism. Yes, that's what it's called, the tourism fund. So money that comes from when people stay at hotels and things like that. When people come out of town or out of state to stay here, there's a fund for that. There's like a tourism tax for that. That money was being allocated for the soybean. Why? Because the soybean brings people from out of town, out of state, out of city. Before I moved here, again, the only things that the city of Martin was known for was the soybean water tower, the soybean festival, and the grind. We don't have a soybean water tower no more. That's about to get knocked down for $80,000. They're about to cancel. Well, you just heard they canceled the soybean festival. So all we got left is the grind. Again, like I said last week, all we got is cheeseburgers and milkshakes. All I just heard in my head right now was, ba-dum-bum. Let's continue reading this news, shall we? I'm just saying, I was thinking. These are the things that happen when I think. Allegedly, yeah. Allegedly. Anyway, a job, Domine. Let's continue on. Good morning. The Public Safety Committee will meet tomorrow morning at 8 in the conference room of the Weakley County Board of Education to discuss the recommendation of an ambulance bid. The HEED committee will meet afterwards at 9 in the Board of Education conference room. I'm not going to either one of those meetings. Why? Tomorrow, past Martin Mayor, Randy Brundage, is going to court. They actually going to do some stuff this time because, he's already been in court twice. This will be his third court appearance with past Community Development Director Brad Thompson and his daughter, something Brundage, Natalie Brundage, right? They're going to court. Why? For misallocation of funds, of city funds. Why did I tell you that? Oh yeah, because I won't be at these meetings tomorrow. I'm going to be there in the courtroom. I need to know what's going on. Because at the last court appearance, it was presented over 500,000, allegedly, around about 500,000 pieces of documentation were presented to add on to the case. When they opened the case with the misallocation of funds, all three of them were charged. I think Brad Thompson was allegedly 200,000 or more. Natalie was 60,000 or something, allegedly 20,000, somewhere in there. My numbers get a little wonky. And Brundage was about 400,000, I believe. I only wrote the article 3 times. About 400,000, I believe, right? They did that and brought them into court and everything, charged them before they finished looking at the evidence. So at the last meeting, at the last court appearance, there were 500,000 pieces of paper with more funds. If you do $1 per each, that's $500,000. Hypothetically, allegedly, what do I know, right? I'm just telling you what happened. So I will not be at no I love public safety meetings. Relax. I will not be there because I need to know what's going on in that courtroom. That man was the mayor for 22 years. I'm not saying anybody did anything. I'm saying I want to hear what the judge has to say about it all. Anyway, back to the news. And he did do a lot of good for the city in his 22 years. So we will not take that away from him. Straight like that. WSMV reports Governor Bill Lee signed into law Friday a bill that requires places like domestic violence shelters, correctional facilities, and public schools to assign sleeping quarters and other shared spaces using someone's sex at birth. The law specifically defines the term sex, male and female, in doing so. It notes that terms do not include gender identity and other subjective terms. It means that in most public spaces, the state will not recognize the gender identities of groups including queer, transgender, and intersex people if it does not match with their sex assigned at birth. The law is to take effect on July 1st. Three people were arrested over the weekend after Covington police shut down what police described as an unauthorized block party. Police got a call to break in Okay, let's add the A. There you go. Police got a call to a break-in in progress when officers arrived. They found a crowd of 150 to 200 people blocking traffic and playing loud music. 3 were booked into Tipton County Jail, 1 with a pistol that was stolen in Jackson. Covington Police Chief Donna Turner said officers are cracking down on illegal block parties and said organizers will be held accountable for the actions of the crowds in events. Don't act up at this soybean, y'all. Don't act up. Mayfield police continue their investigation into the death of a man after what is described as an accidental knife injury. Police reports said detectives responded to South 14th Street at 11:45 last Monday night. When officers arrived on the scene, they located 42-year-old Arthur Eaton of Mayfield. Eaton was transported to the hospital but died from his injuries. The death remains under investigation. We ain't having the soybean, we having the string bean. That's what I said it. I was like, I think after, what is it, over 20 years or something of having the soybean festival, like, I'm pretty sure they have a trademark now. So we just gonna have to have the bean. I said we call it the Big Bean Bash. Let me narrate it. Everybody come down to the Big Bean Bash in Martin, Tennessee. Okay? That's the only way we doing it. Because soybean sound like a liability to me. We going to the Big Bean Bash. Y'all don't even eat edamame out here. Anyway, a Graves County man was arrested and charged after allegedly assaulting an umpire at a youth league baseball game in Lone Oak. 48-year-old Keith Peak of Smithsonia turned himself in at the McCracken County Sheriff's Office and was released of a $5,000 bond. An arrest was issued for Peak for assault of a sports official, strangulation, menacing, and terroristic threatening. Reports said deputies responded to the ballpark after a 911 call stated an umpire was being assaulted. The umpire stated a parent was upset over their performance during an 11-year-old game. The victim and witnesses said Peak assaulted the victim and placed him in a chokehold that resulted in a chipped tooth. Police say more charges may be issued. You can't even be an umpire out here. What is going on? What is going on? Strangulation. It's not funny, and I'm sorry to the victim. Allegedly. Genuinely, my brother, I'm sorry. Because you were just trying to do a job. And umpires, I don't think they get paid. I think that's a volunteer position. So I'm sorry, sir. I'm laughing at the brother who decided to strangle you. Like, what was he thinking? It'd be the Little League parents. For real, though. They are not playing about those kids. All right. The campus of UT Martin was setting for the... I did the same thing this morning. The campus of UT Martin was the setting for the annual Memorial Day commemoration on Friday. The event was moved indoors to Watkins Memorial. Can you see something? Okay. The event was moved indoors to Watkins Auditorium and featured the presentation of colors, taps, and guest speakers. Chancellor Dr. Yancey Freeman offered the university welcome.
Memorial Day is more than just the beginning of the summer. It's a sacred occasion which our nation pauses to remember the brave men and women of the United States Armed Forces who gave their lives in service to our country. Their courage preserved freedoms that we too often take for granted. The freedom to learn, the freedom to openly speak, the freedom to pursue opportunity, and to live with hope for a better future. Today we honor not only those who made the ultimate sacrifice, but also the families who carry that sacrifice with them every single day. Their strength and devotion remind us that service to our country extends well beyond the battlefield.
During the legislative welcome, Weakley County Mayor Dale Hutcherson told how a death on the battlefield has lived on in his family.
The name I wear proudly is Richard Dale Hutcherson. My first name is a reflection of someone in my family who paid the ultimate sacrifice. My father's name is Paul Richard Hutcherson. My grandfather's name is Richard Dale Hutcherson. My 3-month-old son's name is Miles Richard Hutcherson. That's not because of anything I've done. It's not because of anything my dad or my grandfather did, but that's a reflection of my great uncle, Richard Philemon Smith. Richard Smith gave his life in the Battle of Leyte Gulf in the Philippines.
He's trying to take me out, y'all. It is so hot.
He's still missing today. but we know that he gave the ultimate sacrifice so that we can live, work, and play as we please.
Featured speaker, retired Colonel John Cooper, said the nation must keep Memorial Day sacred.
So the question comes to mind, what has Memorial Day become? It has become too often a day of relaxing instead of remembrance, a day of socializing instead of solace, a day of finishing projects instead of paying respects. Memorial Day should call us back to one of America's true purposes, to pause, to honor, to remember those who gave everything for our freedom. For many, Memorial Day feels like a celebration, but for the families that grieve, it is anything but. I'm not suggesting you set aside all these social activities, but I'm just simply asking and petitioning that we show this holiday the respect it deserves and what it has earned.
Photos from the event have been placed on our website at thunderboltsradio.com. Bum, 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 bum. Dollywood has been named favorite theme park in the National Amusement Park Historical Association's 40th Annual Amusement Park and Attractions Survey for the 4th consecutive year. Disneyland in Anaheim took second place in the survey, while Noble's Amusement Park Resort in Pennsylvania was voted favorite traditional amusement park. While Noble's Amusement Resort in Pennsylvania was voted favorite traditional amusement park. The recognition adds to a growing list of accolades for Dollywood, including TripAdvisor's #1 U.S. theme park in 2025, 2024, and 2022. Last year, Dollywood earned 3 Global Ticket Awards: Best Guest Experience, Best Kids Area, and Best Family Coaster. And Forbes declared Dollywood the top park for customer service among American theme parks. I'm trying to go to Dollywood. I'm trying to go. Why are we playing? I think it's 5 hours. Who's trying to go to Dollywood? I got vacation time now. Yeah. I'm trying to go to Dollywood. I never been to Disneyland either. I'm trying to go to Dollywood. Good morning, Mrs. Williams. Good morning, Mrs. Williams. That one's fine. No, this is fine. That is fine. What'd you name the puppy, Mrs. Williams? Nice. Okay. Okay. Who's next? I want to know what you named the puppy. Deja vu. Memphis Congressman Steve Cohen says he is filing 6 articles of impeachment against the Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court, John Roberts. Representative Cohen is a senior member of the Congressional Judiciary Committee. He alleges that Chief Justice Roberts has committed high crimes and misdemeanors by violating the Constitution, disregarding his statutory obligations as Chief Justice, and breaching his oaths of office. That's it on that. All right. We're gonna... Oh, Zoe. This was a girl. Zoe. Oh, when I think of Zoe, I think of Elmo. It's like, Zoe, let me get that cookie. You know what I'm talking about? And he's like, no, it's Rocco's cookie, Elmo. Don't judge me. And I might have just aged myself. It's Rocco's cookie, Elmo. Zoe, it's a rock. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Judge yourself. Don't judge me. I love that. So. WCMT news time is 5:12. Boom. Quick and easy. Easy like Sunday morning. All right. Edit. Delete silence. Good morning. Okay, this one is done. That was easy enough. I'm actually going to run it back. Copy to new. For more news, weather, and sports, go to star951.com. Follow us on X at Thunderbolt Info and download our Thunderbolt radio app. This news has been a service of Jerry Ward Autoplex in Union City. I'm Dominique Spinelli. Generate silence. Star 95.1 News is a service of Jerry Ward Autoplex in Union City. Nice. What do y'all got going on? Who's making hot dogs? Who's making hot dogs? All the brother wants a hot dog. Because if y'all don't tell me where y'all are doing it at, I'm going to have a kielbasa and call it a day. I got some potatoes at the crib. I wonder what Mr. Chuck is doing. I might have to slide to Mr. Chuck. See if I can get a hot dog. I know Miss Nancy got hot dogs in there. Miss Nancy, I know you're going to watch this eventually. You got hot dogs? You know I'll come over. Okay, let me delete the silence, edit, delete the silence. Yeah, I would really like a hot dog. Respectfully, I would really like a hot dog. I'm hungry, y'all. I left the house without eating this morning. I'm not saying I made the best decision, but I did. That was my 3:55. Okay, that was my 3:55. Pending, now I have to do my 11s. So I'm easy. Easy like Sunday morning. Send me a rough cut. Well, I hope y'all enjoy y'all's day. I don't feel no type of way that it's not sunny outside. I know on a day off, I would prefer that it be sunny, but we need the rain, guys. We can't keep being so upset about this rain situation. It's bad. What's going on out here with this drought is bad. And it's going to bring your homeowner's insurance up if it keeps it up. So let's embrace the rain. This is Mix 10. Do this. Mix 1013 News is a service of. Should have kept that in the beginning. For more news, weather, and sports, go to WCMT.com. Follow us on X at Thunderbolt Info and download our Thunderbolt radio app. This news has been a service of West End Insurance and Bowell & Sons Lumber Company in Martin. I'm Dominique Spinelli. So I'm easy. All right, now from the top. Mix 1013 News is a service of West End Insurance and Bowell & Sons Lumber Company in Martin. So I'm easy. Easy like a Sunday morning. But it's Monday morning. And the rest of the world is off. But you know what, Dom? You're not the rest of the world. Chill out. Because they at home listening to the radio. That's what I'm telling myself. Yeah, home listening to the radio. They should be in front of a grill listening to the radio. But it is a little overcast outside, guys. It's my 1150 F. Okay? That's my F. Let's get my N going. It's hot. I'm sweating. All right, so I'm going to boost the sound on this. It's low-hanging fruit, but it's quick. And I'm going to make this my copy. I'm going to make this my... I already laid down my sports. And I did my 0511s. I'm flying through. Your girl wants to get home and put on a bodysuit. You know, your girl love a bodysuit. Your girl love a bodysuit. I love to lounge around in a bodysuit or like overalls, right? I do love overalls. Put on my little overalls and sit around. I'll probably keep the bow in my hair. Why not? And I'm keeping the ring on. I'm keeping the ring on. That's the only ring I'm keeping on. And good, these, I'm going to take these off. What did I just do? Oh. WCMT news time is 5:08. I'm easy. Yeah, guys, I came in here today and my office was... I don't want to use the word destroyed because I think that's a little excessive, but it was in disarray. And I'm like... And that's all I could be like, right? That's all I could be like. But I cleaned it up. But no worries. No worries. No worries. This office will be pink very soon. And then we'll see the disarray. And don't say nothing when it's pink. Just like I didn't say nothing this morning. Leave me alone. Guys, I just love pink. It just makes me happy. And when you walk into your job, you should feel happy. You know who has an office that I love so much? Megan Jolly at the school board. I walk into her office and it's definitely pink. And I walk in and I'm just like, wow, this is so fire. Every time I walk in. That's how I want to feel when I walk into my own office. Now, I will say primarily the reasons why I feel that way in my own office currently are this right here. Because this is my friend and this is my dream. And that right there. That right there. But other than that, it's not pink enough in here for me. I put my little pink magnet on the thing, but it's still not doing enough. We're about to hit a year. We hit a year next week. And this office will be very pink. And I'm going to keep saying it. ChatGPT told me to make it more rose gold. We're going pink, playa. Okay? The accessories, the accoutrements will be rose gold, but everything else is going to be pink. My mind is made up. I actually have a project that I need to put together. Ooh. Hold on. I hear my own voice. Oh, okay. Jeez Louise, stop. Okay. What was I saying? Pink. Copy to new. I was talking about how pink it is. Oh, I actually have a project that I have to do when I get home. I wonder if Dollar Tree's open. I should probably get some more flowers. Yes, it's going to be pink and flowery in here. And if it's up to me, I'll find the laciest curtains, the pinkest, laciest curtains. Yes, I'm a girl. I'm such a girl. It's going to be so pink. Everything is going to be so pink. And I don't want to hear anything about it. Just let me live my life. People come, like I said, people come to my office on a daily basis. And they'll do tours, right? Because we love to do tours of the radio station. If you ever want a tour of the radio station, come in. You can have a tour of the whole radio station. We love that kind of stuff. when you come into my office, you need to know that this is my office. And not just because of the smell, because it smells amazing in here. You know if I was here or not just by the smell in here. I'm just saying, I take a lot of pride in that. I used to be a smoker, okay? I did not smell this great. I bought the things to smell this great, but I never actually did. So, I take a lot of pride in my scent. You know if I was here or not. And if you, if you come in here and just sniff the air, you could tell when I left. She's been gone for about 38 minutes. So, yeah. All right, let me see. What was I doing with this one? This one. This is Mix 1013 News. Still trying to get a hot dog, y'all. I'm telling you. We'll go to Dollar Tree, get some flowers and some hot dogs. I don't really eat Dollar Tree food like that. I do like the snacks, though. They got that popcorn in there. I love that popcorn. I'm everywhere today, but I think it's because the coffee is good. It was made with love this morning, okay? It's always made with love. The people at Vantage love me and I love them, but it was made with extra love today. And I just saved $3 and I'm about to go spend that Dollar Tree. That's terrible, though. All right, what am I missing? My 1155, which is going to be the same one. Yeah. Let's do it. Star 95.1 News. I keep reading the beginning at the end. For more news, weather, and sports, go to star951.com. Follow us on X at Thunderbolt Info and download our Thunderbolt radio app. This news has been a service of Joe Mahan Ford in Paris. I'm Dominique Spinelli. So I'm easy. Easy like Sunday morning. Star 95.1 News is a service of Joe Mahan Ford in Paris. Yeah, this coffee got me zooted, y'all. They really put Vantage to shame on today. I'm zooted. I only had 1 cup. I'm like, nice. Open up the windows. Let the light in. Nice. Open up the windows. Let the light in. Open up the windows. All right, so I just have to do my overnights. Sports are done. Just have to do my overnights. But I need to upload everything right now. Those overnights are going to be fine. They're going to be fine. Everything is going to flow. And I'm going to run out of here. Okay. Open up the windows. Let the light in. 05, 08. Did I upload the sports yet? I'm almost 100% sure I did. But I'll know in a second if I didn't. Open up the windows. Let me see. Yes. Excuse me. I uploaded this already. It's okay. Open up the windows. Get the light in. What's the face for? Wrong year, buddy.